If you're hearing this right now, please don't pause the video. Don't skip, and don't go back. I did that once, and that was exactly when she realized that I knew too much. My name is John, and I can't even tell if this story is about a killer or about how we only see the monster after it's already inside our house. She showed up in the middle of the semester. There was nothing special about that day. It was just another boring morning with everyone complaining about life, school, being tired, the usual, until the door opened and the noise in the room just died. She walked in without any rush, like she knew everyone was watching. Too beautiful, too well-dressed, too confident, the kind of person who doesn't try to get attention because she doesn't need to. Her name was Emily, and when she entered, I felt something strange. It wasn't attraction. It wasn't nervousness. It was like something had shifted out of place. She looked around the room and chose to sit right next to me. Out of everyone, she chose me. I was never anyone special, never the guy people noticed. And yet, there she was. She smiled, said hi, asked for my name. I answered, but inside, I could only think of one thing. This doesn't make any sense. In the following days, she kept talking to me. She was always the one starting the conversation, always the one bringing things up. She seemed way too interested in me. Emily laughed at my bad jokes. She listened to stories that no one ever wanted to hear. She stared into my eyes for way too long, and I started to like it. I started to like her. Before I knew it, we were friends. And shortly after, we were dating. That's when people started to notice. The looks in the hallways, the whispers, the questions no one dared to ask. Everyone was thinking the same thing. Why him? How did someone like her choose someone like him? I asked myself that too, but I never had the courage to ask her, because deep down, I was afraid of the answer. Emily was perfect until she wasn't. She cared too much, asked too many questions. She was always watching. If I took too long to reply to a text, she wanted to know where I was. If I went out with my friends, she wanted every single detail. It wasn't explosive. It was silent. The smile would fade. Her voice would get low. Her words, they got sharp. But afterward, she would always apologize. I'm sorry. I'm just so afraid of losing you. I've lost too many people already. You're different. And I believed her, because everyone wants to believe they're special. Emily lived alone. She never talked much about her parents, never said where she came from. When I asked, she'd brush it off quickly. That doesn't matter right now. Her house was clean, organized, silent, way too silent. It wasn't a comfortable silence. It was the kind of silence that makes noise inside your head. Sometimes when I was there, I felt a weight on my chest, like I was occupying a space that wasn't mine. But Emily always seemed perfectly at home. I was the one who felt out of place. The first real sign came from something small, a random conversation. We were lying down, talking about nothing, when the subject changed to crimes. She mentioned, laughing, how she found it funny that no one suspects normal people. She said monsters don't look like monsters, that most people only see what they want to see. I laughed, but the way she said it, it never left my mind. After that, I started noticing more things. Emily knew too many dates, too many places, details that made no sense for her to know. Sometimes, she talked about cities she'd never been to, with a strange familiarity. The realization came by chance. I was at my parents' house, looking through old things when I saw an old newspaper headline. Young man found dead. Girlfriend missing. I don't know why, but I read the whole thing. Days later, I found another one. A different paper, a different city, the same pattern. A young man. A recent relationship. The girlfriend vanishes. Coincidence, I told myself, until I started looking for more, until I noticed the intervals. 1 year, a year and a half, always, like a cycle, like someone needed time between one ending and the next. I started to doubt my own sanity. I thought I was overreacting, making things up, but then I started to really observe her silences, her pauses, the way she looked at me when she thought I wasn't watching, like she was measuring something, like she was waiting. One night, I got a text from her at 3 in the morning. "Do you trust me?" I stared at the ceiling for a long time before answering. I said yes. The reply took forever. Then it came, "Even if you found out something that changed everything." My heart started racing. I asked what she meant. She replied quickly, "Forget it. Good night, love." I didn't sleep. From that day on, I was afraid. Afraid to think. Afraid to ask. Afraid to confirm what I was suspecting. But the biggest fear was staying in the dark. So I did what I never should have done. I waited for Emily to fall asleep. The room was pitch black. Her breathing was way too calm. I grabbed her phone. The password was simple. Our anniversary. I almost stopped right there, but I kept going. The messages were clean. Normal photos. Nothing suspicious. Until I found a folder with no name. Inside, there were files organized by date. Men's names, cities, notes, and photos. Some normal, others not. My whole body went cold. That's when I found the diary. It wasn't hidden. It was just kept away, like she had no reason to hide it from anyone. The pages were organized. The handwriting was beautiful. She wrote about her relationships, her disappointments, about men who changed. But there was something wrong. She never wrote, "I killed." Never. She wrote things like, "He won't hurt anyone anymore. Everything is resolved now. Time to move on." The more I read, the more confused I got. Was it a confession? A justification? Or something worse? While I was reading, I heard a noise. A slight creak. Semicolon. I looked up. Emily was standing in the doorway, watching me. No anger, no surprise, like she had been expecting this. Semicolon. "You found it, didn't you?" Her voice was calm. Semicolon. She walked over slowly, sat on the bed. She said she loved me, said I was different from the others. Semicolon. But something was wrong. She didn't look dangerous. She looked disappointed. Semicolon. She said I shouldn't have touched her things. Said that now, things are going to get complicated. When I saw the knife, it wasn't sudden. It was already there, like it had always been there. I ran. It wasn't courage. It was pure instinct. I heard her footsteps behind me. Slow, steady. She wasn't running, like she knew she didn't have to. Fear took over. The house felt like it was closing in. At some point, I grabbed something heavy. When she lunged, I defended myself. I don't remember exactly how. I only remember the silence afterward, and the wait. The police arrived. They heard my story. They took the evidence, the diary, the phone. Everything seemed to fit. Emily was treated as a serial killer. The case was closed, but some things didn't add up. They never found enough bodies. Some headlines had no photos. Some dates didn't line up perfectly. In the diary, some pages were missing. After the police left, the house felt different. Not empty, different. The silence wasn't heavy anymore. It was attentive. I spent a few days trying not to think. Forgetting was easier than remembering. But things started happening. Small things, too small to call the police, but too strange to ignore. Sometimes when I passed the bedroom, I'd smell her perfume. Not strong, not obvious, just enough to make me stop. The smell didn't always come from the same place. Sometimes from the hallway, sometimes from the living room, like someone was moving. Then came the objects. A chair out of place, A door I was sure I'd closed. Open. Until one night, I found something that made me lose my mind. The diary. The same diary the police had taken. It was sitting on the table, closed. When I opened it, I saw it wasn't the same. The missing pages were there, but the content was different. Loose sentences. Not every ending is an end. Some people learn just by watching. You reacted exactly the way I imagined. I slammed the diary shut. The dream started after that. Always the same. The classroom. The door opening. Emily walking in. Except no one reacted. She'd sit next to me and whisper, "You took too long." I'd wake up with the feeling that someone had just left the room. I tried talking to the police. They said they never returned the diary, that there was no record of it. Looking closer, I realized something. In many of those old cases, it didn't say murder. It said suspicious circumstances. Some were suicides, others were accidents. There was never a real accusation. It was all just a narrative, just like mine. On the last night before the letter, I heard footsteps. Calm, steady. They stopped right at my bedroom door. 2 soft knocks. The next day, the letter was there. No return address. Inside, just one sentence, written in her handwriting. You learned quickly. My phone vibrated. Unknown number. A message. Now it's your turn. I never told anyone this. Because if Emily died, who wrote that? And if she didn't, then what did I do that night? Sometimes I wake up thinking she's there, watching, waiting, and the more I think, the less certain I am if she was the monster, or if I was the one who needed one. If you survived this story, subscribe for the next one.